Hi, my name is Brooke Kehoe, and I want to show you some amazing books that we have with Usborne Books and More about building character or character building. If you're not quite sure what that's about, I like to look at it as things I want to teach my children to help them to be like kinder children, to turn into be kind adults, kids who want to share, who have empathy or sympathy for others. Those are the kind of things that I am personally trying to teach my children, and I love that we have many resources here to teach those things to our children. So I'm going to show you 5 books real quick. I'll try not to take too long, that I love. These are like probably my top 5 books that we have. Okay, so the first one is new. It's a Lift the Flap, very first question and answers, How Can I Be Kind? We have a lot of books in this series, but this one has some really neat topics. Like it says, what is kindness? How can I be kind to others? Which I'm going to show you one here. It says, do I have to share my cake? No, but sharing would be a kind thing to do. If it was someone else's cake, would you like them to share it with you? Just some really great character building concepts here. Can I be kind to myself? How can I be kind to nature? How can I be kind to my planet? And lastly, does kindness really make a difference? And we all know it does. Okay, the next one I really like is called Fair Shares. If you've not seen this one before, it is a must. It is so cute. It gives us perspective between a bunny and a bear, and they both want pears off these trees, but neither one of them can reach the pears. So Rabbit says he should have 2 chairs, Bear should have 1, but Bear says that's not fair. We should have the same number of chairs. Except there's a problem. When they both have 1 chair, Bear can reach the pears and Hare cannot. And so then it's really not fair, right? So it gives them perspective. There's this little bug that helps them solve the problem. They realize sometimes having the same amount of thing isn't fair, and they need to consider that. And then there's a really funny, cute ending at the end. I won't spoil it, but it's about the bug and what's fair to him. I'm gonna save that one for last. That's my all-time favorite. Tale of Two Beasts. Have you seen this one before? It's about a little girl who finds a creature in the woods, a strange beast, and she decides to take him home. And it's all from her side of the story, what it's like. She loves this little squirrel or whatever it is, and she tries to take care of him. And then one day he runs away, and she's like hurt by it and doesn't know why. But then, let me see if I can find it. There's the second side to the story, and it's from the beast's perspective. And to him, he's minding his own business in the woods, and this little girl comes out of nowhere and snatches him up and does all these crazy things to him and like doesn't hurt him, but it's like not a good experience for him. And so then at the end of the story, that's why he runs away. So it's really important to teach our children to think about what other people are feeling and thinking and why they might be acting the way they're acting if you try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Okay, then they're all maybe younger books, right? But we do have this great chapter book series from Grylls. I believe there's 10 books in this series now. Each book, there is a child who goes on this adventure. They're magically transported by a compass to an extreme climate. This guy's going to like a blizzard type place. And Grylls, if you're familiar with him, he has his own TV show. He's the survivalist kind of guy. He helps them survive this new climate that they're in. But he also, which a lot of people I don't think know, he helps the child with something they're struggling with, some kind of character trait that they need to improve on. He helps them through this book. So the boy in here, his name is Ollie. He is kind of a complainer, and he does not want to do any work. And so Grylls teaches him that they have to work together to survive this climate. And by the end of it, he realizes he needs to help his camp mates. All the stories start in a camp, and they help each other then at the end of the story back at camp. And then the compass gets passed from one kid to the next, and the stories like transfer from one child to the next. So you can read them in order. It's kind of neat to do that, but you also don't need to. And lastly, my favorite is Where Happiness Lives. And this is all about contentment. There's this little country mouse who loves his house until he sees his neighbor's house, which is bigger and better. And they have the coolest little cutouts in this story. And the same thing, this neighbor is looking up at this mansion here in the corner. So they go to the mansion together and they meet the mouse who lives there, and it turns out she's actually really lonely because she wishes she had somebody to share her home with, where this family, which was the first mouse we saw, she thought he was really happy. So what it comes down to is happiness can be in your own home as long as you're content with what you have. Okay, so there's some awesome books with character building lessons. I hope you enjoyed learning about them, and make sure to get them for your home.